What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, we got Jared McCain breakdown today, 6'2" guard out of California, currently ranked number 29 in the ESPN 60. Now, rarely do we get a lot of players that aren't already big names or in the top 10 as highly requested as he has been. You know, in 2023, the players we've already done, Rob Dillingham, Bronny, Mikey, go check those out if you haven't seen them, because we're going to start getting into the 2023s, 2024s. But him, I looked him up a little bit, so I see now why he's so highly requested. He's part of this new generation. If you haven't noticed, there's a new generation coming up of basketball players who will get on TikTok like an hour, 2 hours before a game and post some video dancing, and you might like, as a hooper, if I'm going against him and I'm looking at that right before a game and I'm like, oh yeah, he's soft, da 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 da. But there's a new generation of players that will do that and then go on the court an hour later and give you 30. He's one of these players. Like, he's obviously one of these players, especially with the ranking he has and how hyped he is, things like that. He's one of those players. You're going to get on TikTok an hour before the game, then give you 30, because you're not going to be able to do that and still have the respect of your peers unless you're really hooping on the court. You know what I'm saying? And for him, for these games that we're about to do, since I haven't seen anything from him, we're doing two games. So first one, this was the last game of Peach Jam, 16U, and then the game before the next game that we're gonna do is when he played Team CP3, which had Rob, which had Jalen Curry, which we're gonna be doing soon. I've been seeing a lot of y'all requesting his name, so we're probably gonna be doing that soon. Let me give you guys a little update with me. I seen what y'all were saying about the Zoom calls, so at least in the near future, that's definitely what we're gonna be doing. At least in the near future, I'm starting to get the website set up. I'm gonna try and get that done around like within the week, 2 weeks. I'm gonna try and get my website up so you guys can start, booking this, or then we're gonna do like one-on-one. I'll do one-on-one advice sessions or instruction recommendations, whatever. So to just me and you guys one-on-one. And then down the line, we're gonna start doing the bigger, group Zoom calls, and then of course make it in person at some point. So that's where we're at for the channel, but I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. Jared McCain.
These first two plays told me a lot about Jared, because what do we always say about great shooters? They always hop into their jumpers, whether it's a make or a miss. They're hopping every single time on every single shot. He has no problem putting it down, one or two dribbles to get to his floater, and as you're going to see here, he's also a pretty good ball handler and makes great reads out of a pick and roll. This pass might seem simple, but it's tough. Like I said before, regardless if it's a make or a miss, if you give him space, it's up. For all my guards, if you're ever in a pick and roll situation and the defense is shading you a certain way, take what they give you, which is rejecting the ball screen, and this is a tough shot by Jared. Jared is one of those players that if you give him any space off the ball, especially in the corner, it's up and it's a bucket. He shows great patience on the offensive end, casually probing the defense until he finds what he wants, which is a wide open layup. And as you're going to see here on this next possession, just like a lot of great players, all he has to do is get to his spot and raise up, regardless if the defender is there or not. It's a bucket. Even though we didn't see it a lot in the last game, he does show that he has the touch to finish high in traffic. Teaching point for my guards: once you see two on a drive, you have to give that ball up to the corner. Otherwise, you're going to be forcing a tough shot and a bad possession for your team. Notice his fake to get the defender off of him, and look how he changes his pace to get downhill and finish high off the glass. Again, once you're going downhill and you see two on a drive, that ball has to go regardless if you want to shoot the shot or not. As you're going to see over these next three possessions, this is what I mean when I say Jared is one of those players you can't leave it all on the perimeter, especially in the corner. He has an uncanny ability to always find the open spot on the floor, and if he's wide open, he's always going to knock it down. Like I say all the time, a lot of basketball is reactionary, and he does a great job, whether it be finding the open spot for the mid-range jumper or cutting to the basket and getting the tough lay.
Okay, so Jared, let me tell you why players like this are so highly ranked, so highly touted, highly coveted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants them. This is because this dude he just knows how to play. He knows how to play. And just looking into his background, by the way, they won Peach Jam. That was the final game. I didn't want to say it in the intro, of course, but they won Peach Jam. He had 25, finished with 25 in the Peach Jam championship for 16U. And then in his high school season, he won the high school state championship. He's a winner, right? And it's refreshing to see. Like, we haven't seen a player like this in a while, right? Especially like top players. They usually out there trying to da-da-da-da-da. They trying to work. Now, that's great to see things like that. But it's also nice to see players that know how to get off like within the offense. Like they're not forcing anything. Like with him, as I'm going through the film and I'm watching the games, because I don't just watch the like, okay, he's in this clip, I'm gonna watch this one. I watch the entirety of the game because I want to see your demeanor. I want to see how you play. I want to see how you act when you miss a shot, when you make a shot, things like that. So just watching him, and I'm going through, and he might miss a couple shots, but I'm like, dang, like I haven't seen any teaching points. I haven't seen any teaching points. Like with him, even the shots that he misses, they're open shots. Like, so I can't put that on there and be like, oh yeah, teaching point, he should have made this. No, because everyone's gonna miss, right? He just understands how to play the game, right? So let's dive deeper into that. Offensively, right? So for him, it's obvious off the rip, he's a shooter. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I knew that off rip because of the hopping. That's something that our head coach here has been harping on with our players. All the greatest shooters, Dame, Steph, Trae Young, everybody you can think of, Clay, they all hop into their jumpers, and it not only lets them stay on balance, but it also lets them get their shots up faster. So you saw how he got that up in the corner. He's not getting that up unless he's hopping into his jumper, right? And then this dude's listed as a shooting guard, right? And that's probably what he is primarily, but he also can handle the ball, right? So he can make reads out of the pick and roll. That pass might have seemed simple, but coming off with your offhand and throwing it pinpoint, that's a tough pass. And then he also made another pass. His teammate just missed the layup, so I didn't put it in there, but he can make reads out of the pick and roll, things like that. Another thing, he knows how to cut. And that's like cutting, like moving off the ball is one of the biggest things. Even, we probably need to make a video on stuff like that, especially I know you guys have been going to tryouts. We talked about that in like one of my how to make the high school basketball team videos, but being able to cut off the ball and stay in constant movement is like, it's one of the biggest things you really won't find in a lot of players today, right? Because like I just said, a lot of people are ball dominant. They want to do this. But with Jared, players like Steph, what makes Steph so effective, what makes Clay so effective, they're constantly moving. They're not going to give the ball up and just stand in the corner, stand on the wing, things like that. They're moving, they're coming off pin down. So with Jared, you see he's always seems to be in the right spot. Always. The ball gets tipped up in the air. Oh, he comes out of nowhere. Pull up. Oh, one of his teammates stuck. Back cut. He gets it. Tough layup. Like he relocates on the perimeter when his teammates driving. They switch on the perimeter. He relocates, finds the open spot. That's why he gets so many open threes. And like I was saying in the video, he's one of those players like you can't leave him. Like if you give this dude any type of space off the ball, it's up. And 8 times out of 10 that John is going in because this dude can get hot fast, right? The only teaching points, of course, that I did put in there were, when you see two, I understand like with him and with a lot of players, once you start getting hot, you want to take every shot. But as a guard, as a big, as a basketball player, if you see 2 defenders, that ball has to go because it's like this. However good you might think you are, with 2 defenders on you, that's a way, way lower percentage shot because then your teammate that's going to be open, right? Because there's 2 people on you, so one of your teammates are open. So whatever shot you think you're going to take is a lower percentage shot than the open teammate's going to take. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get that ball up. I don't care if you're like, you see he wants to do all this and all that. Make the simple play. Make the simple play is going to go a long way. But all in all, like I said, we're going to go through these. A lot of these players you guys request. We're going to start getting into the younger classes, things like that. I haven't seen like literally, oh yeah, I forgot about DJ, but I don't know how he's number 1. But bro, like we've only done like DJ, Rob, Mikey, Bronny. Like those are the only 4 we've done in 2023. So you guys need to comment down players that you guys want me to watch. Again, with Jared, like I said, he's one of those players that he gonna get on TikTok, dance, get on the court, kill. Another thing, I saw he has a documentary out. I probably need to go watch that just to stay up with the times. But it looks like he's probably gonna become our next Dwayne Bacon, Antonio Blakeney, Corey Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon Duvall, the dudes with the documentaries that become, high school celebrities, high school hooping celebrities. He looks like he's going to become one of those players. So I definitely need to check him out. But all in all, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, we're going to try and get this website up within the week, but I can't make any promises because I've been busy. But within this week or next week, we're going to get the website out. We're going to start doing the one-on-one seminars. I'm going to start doing individualized breakdowns We've already done subscriber breakdowns, but this will be more, individualized, more specific. And then we're also going to start doing, I'm going to start making highlights, because a lot of people don't really know how to make highlights, especially highlights that coaches want to see. And I've made my own highlights that coaches like. I've been in the office with coaches when they watch highlights and be like, why does he have all this music in the video? Like, I don't want to hear this. So I understand what's in the highlights. We're going to start doing that. But like I said, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're going to be back at it again with the next video.